Okay, I'd like to remind you to hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. I'm not one for taking on project guns anymore, or repairing them or modifying them, but every now and again, you never know. Okay, when opportunity knocks, I don't go out and seek to buy firearms that need to be restored, refurbished, and so forth. So I went to see my friend, who I'm helping liquidate some things, and of course he pulls out more of these wonderful black powder guns that are, this one's about ready for the scrap pile. We have something nicely engraved here, and actually this gun looks beat up, but I think I might go out and shoot it. So after I met with him and talked to him, he goes, hey, thanks for helping me out and everything. And I'll tell you what, he goes, I got all this stuff lying around. I'll give you some things. And he goes, you can do whatever you want on them. If, you want to liquidate them and come out ahead, fine. But, so he goes, here, just take this. And he gives me a box of parts and some other stuff. And inside that box of parts was a complete 1911 upper slide barrel frame, bushing, and cap. But we're going to save that for another series of videos. So he's rooting around, and I was collecting up these things here and that. And he goes, here, you can take this, he goes, and just do whatever you want. And he reaches over and he hands me what used to be an M44 carbine of some sort that somebody didn't like that pesky folding bayonet apparatus, so sawed it off. And then, whatever they were doing, they put the bolt in, and I could not get the bolt out of the gun. And I'm wondering, why is that? And it had the magazine and the two screws, holding the rifle in there. Well, once I got underneath and found the trigger, and the spring and parts, so there it is, the trigger pin's missing. So the trigger, no matter how you pull it or whatever, is permanently pushed up, blocking the bolt. So I finally figured out how to wrangle around in there and got the screw out, pulled the action out, and said, okay, what do we have here? So stock's cut down, crap. Actually, the gun was not in terrible condition. It got a little bit of rust. And I don't know what this is. It's a 1945 Iviesk, I believe. I can't remember all the stamps. I'll have to look. But anyway, they wrecked it. Okay. So looking at it, and there's the end of it where they sawed it off. That looks like crap, uneven as shit. And I was lucky enough that they cut it off to about 17 inches or so it's not illegal. It's, I guess they realized that and kind of wanted to keep it in a legal length. But looking down the barrel, it is not that horrible. Okay? It's not that terrible at all. So I got this, and I said, all right, what are we going to do? So I'm thinking to myself, I got zero into it. I said, Scout carbine? So you guys put down in the comment section what you think. And basically what I'm going to have to do is true the end of the barrel up one way or the other, file or on one of my machines. I do have the crowning tools, recrown it, I think you can get something, the rear sight's still here. I can remove the rear sight and put a pick rail on there and then make like a scout rifle or something with a long eye relief scope, and then maybe get one of them snazzy barrels and trick this out into some sort of gun. I have to double check and make sure where that starts. They don't grab me on a measurement on there. But I think that's what I'm going to do with this. It's a shame. It's a shame some idiot cut this thing down. You know, these things are highly desirable and everyone loves to get their hands on them. But we had to say, I don't need that, so let's just cut it off. So there you go. It's an upcoming project. I'm going to sit here and try to figure out what I'm going to do with it. And I will make videos step by step on this project as I correct each thing. I think the first thing I'm going to do today is figure out what size the trigger pin is and see if there's any other parts missing here. And make a pin on my lathe, get the trigger back, get it to where I can put it back in the stock, make sure the bolt's fine. And the bolt is complete, but horribly, horribly grimy. You know, I don't know what they did or whatever. Let's see, 8771. It is not matching. It's not a matching bolt. So that, usually they're force matched. When they've been redone. This one doesn't appear to be that. So we'll see, but the interrupter's still in there. That's in there 100%. Okay guys, like I said, stay tuned and we'll see what develops from this and maybe eventually from the other bunch of parts. Alright.